Nothing comes before coffee. It's your morning savior. That's why we're introducing a new line of cafe-quality espresso drinks from McCafe, like the iced caramel macchiato. So now you can face those morning people. Get any small for just $2.
The following transmitted by the Rosenberg Police Department and the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office, around 1:35 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A high intensity of 911 calls have been reported throughout Fort Bend County. These reports are sightings of green werewolves throughout Fort Bend County. At this time it is unknown if these werewolves are hostile, but at this time the Fort Bend State Police is advising all residents in the county to not approach the werewolves, and to lock all doors and windows. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Rosenberg area. If you are not in this local area, please tune to your local area now. The emergency alert system has been activated.
The next day.
We interrupt all programming at the request of the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office. This is a local area emergency. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this message. Around 2:12 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Major cities around Fort Bend County have been reporting that the werewolves mentioned in the earlier alert is hostile. Approximately 50 people have been injured at this time by the werewolves. At this time the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office advises all residents in Fort Bend County to shelter in place at this time. To shelter in place, do the following actions: lock all doors and windows, go into a room with no windows and put as many objects between you and an interior wall. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Rosenberg area. If you are not in this local area, tune to your local area now. The emergency alert system has been activated.
The next day.
The following message is at the request of Texas State Governor and your local authorities. This message is regarding the situation with the werewolf incident 3 days ago. This is a statewide emergency. Around 11:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Major cities around Texas are reporting that civilians are being attacked by green werewolves. At this time all citizens are reminded to stay off all roadways and to return to their homes. We are now reporting that major groups of werewolves are attacking civilians in major centers of population. At this time all citizens are being asked to remain indoors and to not leave their home unless directed to by their local authorities. The emergency alert system has been activated to keep you informed.
3 days later.
We interrupt all programming at the request of the United States government and the United States Department of Self-Defense. Please stand by for an update for your local area. This message is at the request of the United States Department of Self-Defense and the United States Military. Major centers of population is being attacked by werewolves. At this time the United States government is urging all citizens receiving this broadcast to lock all doors and windows, and to stay indoors at this time. You are listening to the emergency alert system. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. Currently all normal programming has been discontinued due to a national emergency. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Rosenberg, Texas area. The emergency alert system has been activated. We interrupt all programming at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. The Federal Emergency Management Agency has found that the werewolves are apparently from a Chinese descent. It is believed but yet has not been confirmed that China sent these werewolves as a counterattack against the United States. At this time all residents of the United States are to remain indoors and to lock all doors and windows. You are advised to shelter in place at this time. To shelter in place, do the following: lock all doors and windows, go to a basement or a closet, or an interior room with no windows, get a battery-powered radio or a NOAA weather radio and tune to 525 AM band for more information on this developing situation. You are listening to the emergency alert system. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this message. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Rosenberg, Texas area. The emergency alert system has been activated. Interrupt your programming. This is a national emergency. The following message is transmitted by the White House. Please stand by. This message is at the request of the United States Department of Homeland Security and the United States government. The North American Aerospace Defense Command radar has detected 21 Chinese nuclear missiles heading towards the United States. This is an attack warning. Repeat, this is an attack warning. These missiles are expected to hit the following locations within the next 45 minutes. New York, Los Angeles, California, Chicago, Illinois, Houston, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, San Antonio, Texas, San Diego, California, Dallas, Texas, San Jose, California, Austin, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, San Francisco, California, Columbus, Ohio, Fort Worth, Texas, Indianapolis, Indiana, Charlotte, North Carolina, Seattle, Washington, Denver, Colorado, Washington, District of Columbia, Boston, Massachusetts. If no such shelter exists in your area, get into a basement or interior room or on the lowest level of a sturdy building. Stay away from windows, doors and outside walls. Place as much mass and distance between you and an interior wall. Bring a battery-powered radio for news and updates and news for your stay in the shelter. Do not leave your shelter unless directed to by your local or port of authorities. Otherwise you may be exposing yourself to dangerous and potentially dangerous radioactive fallout. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks. Prolonged exposure to fallout may lead to certain death. It will only take a minute after impact for fallout to spread. Please stand by for further information. You are listening to the emergency alert system. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information in assigned areas. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Rosenberg, Texas area. If you are not in this local area, please tune to your local area now. President Trump will speak on all channels shortly. Please stand by for that message.